Hi, I'm Marie. Welcome to Marie's Kitchen. I'm so glad you're back. Today we're making marinated broccoli salad, and this is a recipe that my dad came up with years ago when I was a kid, and we have been making it ever since. So it is truly a family favorite, and I'm really excited to share it with you. If you're tired of same old steamed broccoli, this is the recipe for you. This recipe has so much flavor, so delicious, yet still so easy to make. So I really think you're gonna love this one. Let's get started. Real quick, let's go through the ingredients. First, you'll need about 12 ounces broccoli florets, and you can buy either stalks of broccoli and cut your own florets, or do what I do in this case and just bought a bag of already pre-cut broccoli florets. Next, you'll need 1 cucumber, and this is a Persian cucumber. They're very small, you don't need to peel them, and they have barely any seeds. They're nice and crisp and crunchy and mildly sweet flavor. So I love Persian cucumbers, especially for this dish, but if you don't have this or can't find it at your grocery store, a standard hothouse cucumber or English cucumber will work as well. If you're using a bigger standard cucumber, you do want to go ahead and peel that. It's just a little easier to eat. Next is cherry tomatoes. We'll use about 12 to 15 of those. The next ingredient is mushrooms, and here's a quick tip for storing mushrooms. As soon as you buy them at the grocery store, when you get home, go ahead and open the package and take a paper towel and put that on top of the mushrooms. That will absorb any moisture and your mushrooms will stay fresh longer. For a time-saving tip, you can buy the mushrooms already sliced. I do that often, and if you have whole ones, don't worry, I'll show you how to clean them up and slice them today. Next for this salad, we have a red onion. We're gonna add a little bit of that. The final ingredient is some Kalamata olives, and we just add these in whole as well. So keep these in your fridge and you can whip this salad up anytime. Now for the dressing, we're going to use some extra virgin olive oil, a little pinch of Dijon mustard, and I'm using white balsamic vinegar, which is my favorite salad vinegar. If you don't have this or can't find it, you can always use champagne vinegar, white wine, or red wine vinegar. All of those will work. So those are the ingredients. Now let's take a quick look at the equipment. Basically, it's just one pot and a steamer basket. If you don't have one of these, you can usually find it in any grocery store for a few bucks. And I love them for steaming veggies because it prevents the veggies from getting too waterlogged and from overcooking. So if you don't have one of these, I do recommend it. It folds up. We call it a spaceship here when my kids were young. Get out the spaceship, and you're gonna put it in your pot, and it fits in, it just opens up so it really forms to any pot. And then what we'll do is fill the water up right to the bottom of the steamer basket. So the water just goes right up. Let's do that now. Now we have the water in the pot. We're gonna put that on the fire and bring it up to a boil, and then reduce it to medium and add the broccoli. So we're gonna pop this on the fire. All right, well, the water is heating up. We're just going to trim some of the broccoli. The goal is to get the broccoli into more or less even-sized pieces, and really the reason for that is just so they cook evenly. If you have a really big piece and really small piece, the smaller piece will cook a little faster. So we just want to trim some of these into a little bit smaller pieces. Just going to cut these in half. Very simple. Okay, these look good, so we'll just put them back into our plate here and wait for the water to heat up. And then we'll add the broccoli to the water and steam it for about 5 to 6 minutes. You just want this broccoli to be tender, so it's still pretty crisp. If you overcook the broccoli, if you cook it too long, it's gonna get soggy and kind of fall apart in the salad. You want it nice and crisp, still tender, but crisp enough to hold together, retain its shape, retain its color. So that's what you're going for with the broccoli. Here's a quick make-ahead tip. The broccoli you can steam before. You could do it on a Sunday if you do any meal prep. Steam the broccoli on a Sunday and then serve the salad on Monday or Tuesday. then you can just throw it together, because really the only cooking in this is the steaming of the broccoli, and you have to cool it before you add it to the salad, so making it a day ahead is a perfect idea. Okay, next we'll cut up our cucumber. Like I said, this is a Persian cucumber, and I highly recommend these for snacking, for salads. They're just great. They have a real tender skin and almost no seeds inside, and really crisp and crunchy. So I love these for just all purposes. I'm just gonna slice it into some pieces here. Okay, there's our cucumbers. We'll set those aside. Next is tomatoes. And these I leave whole. You could have them if you prefer smaller bites, but I just keep it really simple and leave them whole. So we'll just pop those in the bowl. Okay, here the water boiling for the broccoli. So let's throw the broccoli in there. Then we're gonna put a lid on to let them really steam and set a timer for about 5 minutes. Now for the mushrooms. You can buy pre-sliced mushrooms, which is a great time-saving tip and one I do often. I happen to have whole mushrooms today, so that's what we're using, and it's a great chance for me to show you how to prepare them anyway. So with whole mushrooms, you don't want to put these under the water because they'll become waterlogged and soggy. They don't stay as crisp and kind of tender. So you want to avoid just rinsing them with a lot of water. The best thing to do is use a damp paper towel and wipe them. You can just wipe the outside, and then I usually just pop off the center like that, and there is a nice clean mushroom. So we'll do a few more. You just need about 2 or 3. Pop off the center there, and then just give this a wipe. They do make mushroom brushes for cleaning, which are fine. I find a paper towel works just as well. Okay, now we'll slice these up. There we go. There's our mushrooms. Now we'll add those to our bowl over here. Now we can add our Kalamata olives. I'm just going to scoop these out with a fork and add about, say, 15. Okay, the timer just went off for the broccoli. It was about 5.5 minutes. We're gonna take the lid off, and then what I'm gonna do is use tongs. If you can see me through all this steam, use the tongs and just move that right over to our serving bowl here. Now let's put this in the fridge to cool so it's ready to toss with the other veggies. All right, now back to the other ingredients. We've got a red onion. One tip for cutting onions is I don't like to cut onions on the same cutting board that I use for fruit and veggies because it seems to just always absorb into the flavor of everything. So I actually use a different cutting board for onions and garlic. So you might want to do that if you don't like the flavor of onions getting into your fruits as well. So for this, we're just going to cut the end off here. And one other really helpful tip for onions is if they make you cry when you cut them, store them in the refrigerator. The cold will neutralize the sulfuric compounds in the onions, which is what makes you cry. So I stored this onion in the fridge, and it is so much easier to cut. We'll just peel off a little here. There we go. Peel that back. Now we'll just cut a few slices. As much or as little as you like is fine. That looks like plenty. We'll just throw those in. Add some great color and of course a nice flavor. All right, now this is done. The next step is just to add the broccoli and the dressing. Now let's make the dressing. For the dressing, we'll use 1/4 cup extra virgin olive oil, and to that we're going to add 3 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar. If you don't have white balsamic, red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar, champagne vinegar, all of those will work. Next is about 1/4 teaspoon Dijon mustard, just a hint. That will help emulsify the dressing and also add a little extra flavor. Now Now we just need a generous pinch of salt and pepper. Of course, we can season it more after as needed. And then we'll whisk that together. If you like garlic or herbs, you can certainly add those to the dressing. I always encourage people to be creative and really make my recipes your own. Okay, looks great. I'll have a quick taste. So good. It's really, really strong on the vinegar, but I love that. All right, now it's time to put the salad together. We'll just add our other ingredients here, right in with the broccoli. Next, we'll add our dressing. Now we'll give the dressing a quick whisk and then pour that over everything and let it marinate. Just gonna pour that right over everything. So good, so much flavor. All right, now we can give this a little toss. So everything gets kind of soaking in the dressing, softens a little bit, the onions soften a bit, the broccoli soaks up all that dressing and gets super flavorful. Okay, we'll let this sit. I can't wait to have some. Another great thing about this salad is that it goes with everything. Sometimes we'll get pick-up barbecue and then have this and maybe some mashed potatoes as sides. We serve it on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. It goes with ham, turkey, whatever you're serving. This is a great side dish. And best of all, it's not that just plain Jane broccoli. It's got tons of flavor plus color and lots of other vegetables. So it's really just a delight, and I can't wait for you to try it. Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made this delicious broccoli salad, which was so easy to throw together, and it goes with everything. I can't wait for you to try it. If you do, let us know. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It means so much to us and also to YouTube. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. I've got lots more videos coming up, and I don't want you to miss any of them. For this recipe and more, check out my website, mariesaba.com. You can go there, search the recipes for a broccoli salad. This one will come up and you can print out a PDF of the recipe. What we're doing is putting all the PDFs in a notebook, and you can create your very own Marie's Kitchen cookbook for free. My goal is to give you some really easy recipes that turn out great every time, so you can build some confidence in the kitchen and feel really inspired to share good food with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours, thank you. Oh, gotta try a piece.